Welcome to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Welcome to round 8 out of 10 in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Not the oval, but the road course with the amazing Dallara IR12. Yes, that's the IndyCar Indy Chevrolet road course version. And what a race we have in our hands here in Indianapolis as the championship comes to its closing stages. There's the qualifying, Diogo Silva, Jorge Jesus, all Portuguese first row, followed by Kev Allen and Simon Allen, and all Allen second row, Dale Taylor and Scott Davely, Darren Head and Mike Langley, Diogo Almeida, Gonçalo Mota, and Jumbo and Todd Antonio. We have a full field almost here at Indianapolis, and we are go for the start. And look at this is a bit of a mix-up. Oh, there's a big crash within meters. Oh, cars in the air. Car is almost upside down, lands on the right, and I believe that was Diogo Almeida. Darren Head has lost time as well. Here's the replay from Darren Head's perspective. Oh, that was just a little bit of an ambitious move. Look at this, Darren Head on his side. This is Diogo Almeida. Look at this, Diogo Almeida was trying to go through like a needle in a haystack there, and that's the onboard from Gonçalo Mota. Look at this, yes, that was an unfortunate crash, and then Gonçalo Mota bangs into Darren Head. Diogo Silva has taken the lead of the race in that Chip Ganassi Racing livery, but look at this, Kev Allen is right on his tail. We are going to identify more drivers. Look at this, Gonçalo Mota, despite hitting Darren Head almost head on, is in 5th spot. Alonso Fonso, Jorge Jesus has lost a bit of time, but not much. Dale Taylor is up to 3rd. And I think it was really Darren Head and Diogo Almeida. Look at this, Jorge Jesus in the grass there, and this car does not function very well in the grass. He loses well position. Oh dear! He got hit by someone. It was Simon Allen, I believe. Oh, look at this. Simon Allen was coming on the racing line and then overtaking. Oh, I think Simon just lost it. And look at that. They all pointed to the same piece of real estate at the same time. Simon Allen and Jorge Jesus. That was a bit of an unfortunate accident, and when I said Jorge Jesus hasn't lost a lot of time, in fact, oh look at this, Del Taylor, that is in 3rd place, he's in the grass as well. Here comes Gonçalo Mota, and Gonçalo Mota, incredibly, from being involved in that, well, it was even turn 1 incident, because we were not yet in turn 1, but his start-finish line incident on the opening lap ends up the opening lap in 3rd. Diogo Silva is 1.2 seconds ahead of Kev Allen, and that's the championship battle right there. Look at this, Todd Antonio in 7th, Jumbo in 6th, Scott Davely is up to 5th, and look at this from 9th place onwards. Darren Head, Jorge Jesus, Diogo Almeida, and Simon Allen, drivers that we would expect to see in the first half of the field. This is Darren Head now coming back at Mike Langley, and this is not the greatest overtaking point, this chicane, and Darren Head just found out about that because Mike Langley continues to be in 8th spot. That was a nice driving by both drivers there. Look at this, Darren now on the inside in the next corner. Mike tries to defend, but I think Darren has got the job done with that Penske Racing livery, the willpower livery, and of course a lot of willpower is what Darren Head is going to require to go up this field. Look at this is Scott Davely in that number 21, that's of course Ed Carpenter Racing. They are normally good at Indianapolis, but more so on the oval. Look at this, Del Taylor is coming back at Gonçalo Mota. This is a fierce battle for 3rd place, and Gonçalo Mota already going on the inside. He also has the Scott Dixon livery, and he maintains the position at this point. And Dale Taylor is forced to wait a bit more time, also in that Chip Ganassi Racing livery. That's the number 10, the blue livery. Oh, look at this, he runs wide, and here comes Scott Davely, and this is a great battle now through the chicane into the back straight. Gonçalo Mota got a bit of breathing space there in 3rd place. Dale Taylor is now more worried about Scott Davely behind him than he is in attacking Gonçalo's position. Darren Head continues to climb up the field. He overtook Mike Langley, and now he is behind Todd Antonio, and Todd is doing a nice job there in the 7th spot here on the 2nd lap already. Oh, Todd has run wide there, and Darren is through. Todd has run wide, and he's pretty much knocking down every nose cone there. I think he might have some sort of issue as he's stopping on the track. So something is happening to Todd Antonio as he drops to last. Mike Langley has had a problem as well. He's in 11th. And well, we're not sure what's happening with Todd Antonio, but he certainly had some issue there as he stopped the car on the track. Scott Davely in 5th spot. Look at this onboard of the IndyCar. We had never seen this in the Old Fox Racing PlayStation. Of course, we never had the IndyCar in any of the rounds in 2020 or 2021 for that matter. So this is a completely new beast for the Old Fox to adapt. Of course, we had the Indy special event that was in the oval, but very different to drive this car in oval configuration in an oval compared to a road course. And Scott Davely really struggling a little bit there to follow Dale Taylor. That's a nice battle for 4th spot. Leader is now Diogo Silva, 4 seconds, and on the first lap Diogo Silva was with Cav Allen on his tail, but now he's just absolutely out there in the lead of this race. Cav Allen is in 2nd place. Gonçalo Mota is in 3rd, and look at that, that's the battle I was talking about between Dale Taylor and Scott Davely. And right behind them it's Jumbo and then Darren Head, 2 drivers in the Penske livery. I thought it was Darren already in 6th spot, but no, this is the number 2 car. This is Jumbo, and then the number 12 is Darren Head. Darren Head making a very good recovery indeed. 8th is George Jesus, 9th is Simon Allen, and 10th is Diogo Almeida, all drivers that have been affected by various incidents on the opening lap. Mike Langley is in 11th, and Todd Antonio, I believe, might have stopped as he's done a 1:41, which is around 30 seconds, 25 seconds off the pace. So I think he probably is in pit lane stopped. Look at this, Scott Davely is running out of patience as we can't really see how much time is remaining in this race. Of course, we Old Fox Racing PlayStation trying something new this round, which is a 20-minute timed race as opposed to a set number of laps that more or less sets to 20 minutes. But look at this, Scott Davely is now on the outside of this corner. This is also going to be the outside for the next corner, and he is certainly running almost side by side with Dale Taylor, but I think it's going to be quite complicated to do the move. Let's see if Dale is going to brake late. No, it's Scott that brakes late. Can he do it? Yes, the answer is yes, and he went a bit off track, but not completely. Oh, Dale Taylor has hit him behind and now loses it, and Dale was trying to recover the position, but didn't quite work as planned. He's now basically knocking all the advertisements, and I think the sponsors of Fox Racing PlayStation are going to be very happy about that. Now he seems to be stuck as well in one of the advertisements, and this is a disaster for Dale Taylor that has lost a lot of track position with this. He is basically down in 9th spot, and he started the opening lap in 3rd, and now he's dropped. And look at this, Copper Knob. This is Simon Allen on his own. A double spin. Now he's trying to rejoin the track. There goes Dale Taylor. There goes also Mike Langley, and Simon Allen is not having the greatest day of his season, because he's basically in 10th spot now after losing it on his own. Jorge Jesus is ahead of him in 7th place. Of course, he also benefited from Dale Taylor's excursion, should I say. Now Simon Allen is trying to come back at Diogo Almeida. He didn't lose a position to Mike Langley, sorry, he lost a position to Diogo Almeida. Now he's trying to get back that position. Simon Allen is not having a great race, and look at this, he's almost lost it under braking again, and this car is somewhat difficult to control, particularly when you are close to another car. And Simon Allen certainly seems to be struggling a little bit to be behind Diogo Almeida. Now he's trying to get the better line through the chicane. Diogo Almeida cutting the chicane a little bit. I wonder if the race director is going to have a look at this, but a nice battle there. But Simon Allen now is coming back on the outside. Now switcheroo into the inside. Diogo Almeida protects the line, the racing line, and continues to be ahead. This is a nice battle for 9th place. And of course, Old Fox Racing PlayStation, we do have battles throughout the field. We have battles now for 3rd place. We have battles for 6th place as well. Jumbo, 5th place, sorry, Jumbo and Darren Head are not far away from each other, and this is the closest battle. Look at this now, both drivers in the grass, as I think Simon Allen was trying to follow Diogo Almeida's line there, and he ended up following him. Oh, look at this, Del Taylor has spun on his own. Del Taylor has spun, and he's facing the wrong direction as Simon Allen and Diogo Almeida get in position. But look at this, Simon Allen, he has got a good exit on the last corner. Now he's on the inside, and he's going to try to break later than Diogo Almeida. This is incredible. We have the drone view, the impossible view, and we are going to observe these two drivers into turn 1 and contact, as Diogo Almeida has none of it and continues to be ahead of Simon Allen. The contact was unavoidable as Diogo was trying to defend hard and Simon was trying to attack hard, and they go for another lap through the chicane, cutting the chicane slightly there, Simon Allen, and also cutting at the exit. I wonder if the race director is going to have a look into this, and look at this now, he's got a better exit, and now he's coming on the inside and just gets out of it in the last minute. Diogo Almeida did well there, braking late but keeping it under control. And we can't really see how much time is remaining in this race, bizarrely, because the name of the driver is exactly on top of how much time is remaining. We do know that this race should have 17 laps though in 20 minutes if all goes well. Look at this now, Copper now, he's on the outside, and this time he's had a better exit and he's going to complete the pass before the last corner. Now he hits the nose cones all over the place this battle, but look at this. Diogo Almeida is certainly not happy to lose the position. We are again in the drone view, and Diogo Almeida is coming on the inside again, but Simon Allen gets the position. Simon Allen ends up in the 8th spot, so I think instead of looking at time left, we are going to rely on the fact that under normal circumstances, look at this, Diogo Almeida was trying to make a move there, but it didn't really work and he ended up losing time. But I was saying that under normal circumstances, we would have 17 laps in this race in 20 minutes, so let's just assume that that's what's going to happen. And Diogo Silva is now finishing lap 9, which means he's already in the second half of this race. He's got 7.2 seconds. He is absolutely flying in this combo. Diogo Silva making absolutely no mistake whatsoever up to now. And Darren Head is behind Jumbo still, but now getting into that zone where it's not necessarily easy. Look at this, Jumbo has made a mistake at the exit of the last corner. Now he's made another mistake and almost hit Darren Head because he spun through across the track almost into the oval, and Darren Head is up to 5th, which is quite an achievement after being on his side, almost upside down at the start. Nicely done. Darren Head certainly in contention for driver of the day. He's made absolutely no mistake since getting hit by Gonçalo Mota on the opening lap. Of course, nowhere for Gonçalo to go. Darren Head was just an unfortunate victim of that pile-up and just too many drivers trying to go for the same piece of real estate. Certainly never worked very well at the start. Alonso Afonso is in 6th place and actually not that far behind Darren. So George also after a slower recovery, actually making quite a nice recovery up the field. They are still behind Scott Davey. This is well, who is this? Is Gonçalo Mota or the race leader? One of the two. We're trying to establish who that is. It is number 9. I believe it could be the race leader or Gonçalo Mota. They are with the same livery and the same number, so it's impossible. Now it's Diogo Silva. Now it's confirmed by the TV director. Diogo Silva nicely in front, 9 seconds now. Sir Love length in at number 3, the Helio Castroneves livery that has been used a few years ago in Team Penske. He is in 2nd place and at the moment has no, well, at the moment he's just 8 seconds behind, so Diogo seems to be running away with this. We are on lap 11. Gonçalo Mota, nicely done. He is in 3rd place, and Scott Davey, we haven't seen Scott in a while. We are now following Darren Head, and George Jesus that are 5th and 6th. We are on lap 11 already, going into lap 12. And George seems to be closer than ever to Darren Head. They both, oh, look at this, Darren makes a mistake, and here comes George, Darren, oh, contact between the two, and both drivers end up losing time, but who is going to come ahead? That is Darren Head. I think that George was letting him through. It seemed to be a bit like a 50-50 there, because to be completely transparent, Darren also made a mistake, so I think George had a fair shot at overtaking him, but again the two drivers just pointed to the same piece of track, and there wasn't really space for both of them, but nice to see George also letting Darren through. They maintain their positions, although they have lost some time, and this is good news for Scott Davey. Scott is now 14 seconds ahead of Darren, and Simon Allen has had a bit of a lifeline with this as well, because he is closer than ever to George Roux. Only 4 seconds separating the two drivers. Joe Almeida, sorry, Jumbo is up to 8, not up to 8, he was ahead of 8, so he's down to 8, if anything. Joe Almeida is in 9th, Dale Taylor is in 10th, and Mike Lenny is in 11th. As Todd Antoni, we confirm, has retired from this race. This is Scott Davis. Scott is actually slowly but surely getting very close to Gonçalo Mota, and Gonçalo already had to defend in the early stages of this race from Dale Taylor. Now is starting to get worried about Scott Davis. The gap at the front, look at this, 11 seconds, almost 11 seconds. Diogo Silva is on lap 13. Remember that this race is timed. There is no set number of laps, but under normal circumstances it will have 17 laps. At the current pace of the leader, look at this, everyone just there, someone in front of Dale Taylor, that was Diogo Almeida, outbraking himself a little bit in turn 1. This is a very interesting helmet on board of the IndyCar. We are with the road course configuration. Of course, look at this, Dale Taylor is going to have a go at Diogo Almeida. I think that can he do on the inside? Not quite, and ahead of Diogo Almeida, that's Jumbo there. Jumbo that has been in the top 5 or top 6, but now is sitting in the 8th spot. Nice battles here in the midfield as usual, very tight, and of course no room for errors by some of these drivers. As you can see, Dale Taylor, for example, 113.7. That's a very good time indeed. Look at this, now Diogo Almeida has outbraked himself, and Dale Taylor is actually through. Yes, Dale Taylor has, oh no, he runs wide, and now Diogo Almeida is coming back at him. But let's see what happens in turn 1. I suspect there's going to be some action here. Dale Taylor protecting the inside, and Diogo Almeida is trying to decide whether he's going to go on the left or on the right. I think on the right is probably a better chance of overtaking, but he's coming for the outside. That becomes the inside in the next corner. Oh, contact there between the two drivers, and Dale Taylor now in turn 2 leaves a bit of space, but continues to be ahead. Nicely done by both drivers not to tangle again. But Dale Taylor is through into 9th spot. Diogo Almeida drops into 10th. Scott Davey continues to his pursuit of Gonçalo Mota, and as I was saying, some of these drivers, even back there, Dale Taylor are doing the same times as almost the top 3. They just have lost a little bit of time in the beginning of this race too. When this is on, now look at this Gonçalo Mota, very aggressive there, changing direction to try to break the draft there from Scott Davey, and now ends up outbreaking himself in the end. So that wasn't too smart from the Portuguese driver. He is weaving a little bit, and Scott is probably afraid that something bad's gonna happen, and I don't I really understand what's going on in his head, because Gonçalo is just literally moving right, left, trying to not only break the draft but also to defend for his life. These are the last few laps here, as they are on lap, leader is on lap 15. I believe he's starting lap 16 very soon, which will be the penultimate lap. Oh, look at this, Gonçalo Mota makes a mistake here, and here comes Scott Davey now on the outside. This is not a great overtaking spot on the outside, but maybe in the next corner it is possible. They both brake very late, and look at this, Scott Devlin is really trying to find some hole where he can put his car, but he's going to have to wait another lap. Of course, this car has a push to pass button with 10 push to passes available for every driver through the rest of the team, because I'm not again leaving very much in the start-finish line, and that's probably, oh, look at this, and that's exactly like in the lap before. Ends up out-braking himself as well, because probably he didn't approach turn 1 through the ideal line, because he was just weaving a little bit all over the place, if I'm honest. Scott Levy is trying to get a clean pass. He's probably can, we don't know how many push to passes they have left, but Scott Levy seems to be on the button now, because he's really recovering ground to Gonçalo Mota. Look at this now on the outside here, didn't quite work, but he is faster through this section and certainly might have a go at the entrance through the last complex. Now makes a small mistake at the exit of this corner. It won't work for Gonçalo Mota. The leader is already on the last lap. Lap 17, I believe that's going to be it. Oh, look at this, Gonçalo Mota makes a mistake, and now he's surely the opportunity, and Scott Levy is probably already pressing the button. Oh, he's hit Gonçalo Mota from behind. Gonçalo Mota is basically, oh, and Scott is waiting for him. He's recognized his mistake and he's giving the position back. Let's see if he does not bring Darren Henry into the picture, and Gonçalo Mota is again up into third place as they go for the last lap, and Scott Levy, oh, what, and Scott Levy is through, is again through. It seems that Gonçalo was not up to speed there. I don't know exactly what happened, but here comes Diogo Silva to take the win in this race one. He's led every lap from pole position. He probably did the fastest lap as well. We do not have that information. So this has been quite a dominant performance by the Portuguese driver that is going to win again in Old Folks Racing PlayStation. He comes to take the checker flag in Indianapolis, and here he comes. It is the win for Diogo Silva. Second place is going to be for Kev Allen, that did a brilliant race as well, but Diogo Silva was today just superior. Just like at Hockenheim, Kev Allen was untouchable. Today it was Diogo Silva that was untouchable, at least in this race one. Third place is going to be Scott Davely, and that battle with Gonçalo Mota was ended up in quite a strange manner at the start of the last lap, but Scott comes to take the podium, and that's a nice result for him. In that number 21, Gonçalo Mota in fourth place. Darren Head is in fifth, almost catching Gonçalo in the end. Alonso Afonso Jorge Jesus is in sixth. Seventh is going to be Simon Allen. Eighth is going to be Jumbo. Ninth is Dale Taylor. A few moments ago, this is what happened with Dale Taylor, and he's behind Jumbo, so we are going to see what happened here, because I suspect something is about to happen. What is that? Oh, look at this Dale Taylor, nice line there. Oh, and he's overtaking Jumbo, and Jumbo has hit him from behind, and that is and Jumbo is going to take and Dale Taylor almost getting there the chicane, and and now making a mistake in the last corner, and Jumbo ends up being 8th, so there was a bit of a controversial move there, but he crosses the line definitely in 8th, Dale Taylor in 9th, 10th is going to be Diogo Almeida, now completing the race, and 11th is going to be Mike Langley. We had a very interesting race 1, and more to come in race 2. Stay with us for more action from Indianapolis.